This season's following a rather predictable pattern. A good set of 4 shows, a bad set of 4 shows, a good set of 4 shows. So will the next 4 shows follow that trend? Only time can tell. Because, as ever, this is a 2018 summer anime preview, from a different perspective. I can't help I've been transported to another world when watching Master of Ragnarok and Blessing Him and Here We Are. It's definitely an anime which could only have been written by Itsuki Hashima for main character from A Sister's All You Need. Because it is an anime about a relatively generic guy being transported to another world and then finding loads of cute girls to become his sisters. Now, I'm not quite sure what the person was thinking this was thinking of when I said it, but one thing I do have to give them props for is they did pretty much skip the entirety of the cliched "oh my life, I'm in another world, what should I do" phase. Because when we first meet Yuta, the main character, it's pretty much well established as the boss character of this entire tribe. He's now the leader of a wolf clan, having used his real world knowledge to benefit him. And he's already conquered quite a bit of land. He's got himself a beautiful little sister in Felicia, a delightful and Harry magic user. Very beautiful. He's got himself a daughter in Rune, who is almost like a beastly warrior. She's very much a loyal puppy. I mean, I'm sure he'd prefer her as a little sister than a daughter, but that's probably the only reason why this isn't a show written by Itsuki, because if it was, she would also be a little sister. Because what's the point of having a daughter? A daughter's not a little sister, is she? And of course, by the end of the first episode, we get a third little sister character. I say third because there's a second one you can come to in a moment. In Linnea, the girl which he conquers episode. Because one of the interesting things about this series is the rules. Pledges are stricter than family bonds. Those of you who you make a pledge to are the truest close family you have. That's why he's making people his family, like his sisters and his daughters. No mention of brothers or uncles, because who cares about those guys? Now, I did mention another character earlier, the really adorable, feisty blacksmith girl, Ingrid. Now, I can't remember whether or not she's main character's sister or daughter, but I'm guessing sister, because this show. Now, despite the way that it does show itself, and it is quite a decent show when it comes to the way it does things. I mean, rather than just coming up with useful tips like how to make soap or how to make ice cream, you have to come through with practical tips like I'm fighting a battle, let's use a phalanx formation. And that's really winning the battles. But if Moff finds all that from his smartphone. Because like in Another World with my smartphone, this is another show which lets the main character take his cheat device to the other world. And once you know it, it's got a solar powered smartphone because those things exist. A solar powered battery pack by all means, but solar powered phone itself? And it somehow connects him to his own real life little sister through a magic device, which she's also got one of. Again, how it works I've no idea. I'm sure it would be explained, but I'm not quite sure I'll be sticking along long enough to be explained to me. Because this show's tripe. It's little sister fetishism with Another World decorations. You've seen everything about this show before. Everything it has to offer has been done better elsewhere. So there's really no reason to watch it. Unless you really do like beautiful little sisters. It's over on Crunchyroll. We're really in a boom time for idol shows and anime seasons. And this season is bringing us yet another idol show, with the rather enthusiastically and originally named Music Girls. Now, Music Girls is interesting because rather than taking on the usual trope of just 5 or 7 characters, or 9 in the case of Love Live, Music Girls is about an idol group with 11 characters. Just got to one-up both the Wake Up Girls and Muse, I'm ignoring of course for obvious reasons, by having 11 members saying that we've got more people than you, so we're better. I wish that could be the case though, because I've got to be honest, I'm trying to remember any of the characters' names and what they're like, and I'm drawing a blank. I don't know what I'm seeing with these characters. They have no real personality. There's a glasses girl. Glasses girl talks weirdly. There's a girl which puts pickled plum on people's foreheads. There's a girl who dances. Well, they all dance, but there's a girl who dances. Again, I don't remember any of these characters and what they're like. Correct me if I'm wrong. If you know any of these characters better than I do, let me know in the comments. But to me, they are just 11 faceless dancing characters. And I don't hold out much hope for her idol career, because even in the opening sequence, the cameraman seems to put Vaseline on the camera, which makes me wonder what kind of movies they're filming in that studio. Well, anyway, it's not about the 11 idols, it seems. It's about the main character, Hanako. And she's a tourist. She's come to Japan from another country, and she's moving to Japan with her family. A very musically minded family from the sounds of it, so hopefully she knows what she's doing when it comes to music. She likes the idea of idols, but what she considers to be an idol isn't really an idol, it's just a stuffed zombie dinosaur thing. And so when she sees these idols for the first time, she's absolutely enamoured by them. She's happy to want to be one. She sees the dancing girl dance, and she immediately mimics and perfectly copies the dance sequence. She can correct them, tutor them, make them much better. And so, obviously, she's beautiful. She knows what she's doing. She can dance. She can choreograph. What's not to like? And so they give her a trial. They make her enter the idol competition to see whether or not she has what's made up to be an idol. And yeah, she's a brilliant dancer. She's brilliant at everything she does. And then she opens her mouth. Yeah, this anime spends the entire episode building up to a single punchline at the very end. The new beautiful idol can't sing. Now, if it told that joke much earlier on, or it told us other jokes throughout the entire episode, that would be different. But this was just... I'm not quite sure where to put Music Girls. If it wants to be a serious idol show about the trials and tribulations of becoming an idol, like Wake Up Girls, then it really isn't serious enough. I mean, if it wants to be about selling CDs like Love Live, let's be honest, Love Live is about selling CDs. It'll make the characters likeable. It'll make you want to buy their character merchandise. I mean, everybody has their favourite Love Live character. I mean, if you've chose anybody other than Maki, you're wrong. But everybody's got their favourite Love Live character. And so, any kind of character merchandise, you want to buy character merchandise from that character. Like Maki. I mean, why would you want to buy anything else? I have no idea, but you want to buy Maki stuff, don't you, really? This show has none of that. I mean, like I said, I can't remember any of the other idols. I'm sure they introduce characters to us and we might start learning more about them. But I've got to be honest, if I don't give a damn now, I'm not going to give a damn after 10, 13 episodes, whatever it's going to be. If it wants to be a comedy, then where are the jokes? It's just a single joke at the end. If you're about comedy, make the show funny. Or if you're about idols, make me care about the bloody idols. Don't just tell me that a character can become an idol just by dancing on stage. Because that's just not on. I don't know where Music Girls is going, and I've got to be honest, I really can't recommend it either. It could be good, but I'm not holding out much hope. It is airing on Crunchyroll. Some shows I go into not knowing what to expect. Some shows I go out of still not knowing what to expect. And that's definitely the case with Asobi Asabase, because it's a show about 3 girls who join a club. Well, that sounds also familiar so far. But they join the Asobi Asabase club, which I'm trying to remember what it stands for. Something like having fun, or having fun playing games, or learning, or spending time club. Can't remember exactly what it stands for. Basically, it's a club about wasting time playing games. And yeah, it's a club about wasting time. But what makes it weird is the way that it's presented. I mean, with 3 characters, they are funny to watch, but they're funny peculiar rather than funny haha. I mean, you've got Kasumi, what I consider to be main character, the straight-laced normal girl who doesn't really like having fun and playing games, because she always hated things like the punishment games. You got the foreign girl, Olivia, who really isn't foreign. She's pretty much a couple of the group, really. She's pretty much more Japanese than anybody else in this entire series, except the fact she pretends to be American, Well, she is actually American, but she's pretending to act American. She speaks in broken English because she wants to be seen as a foreigner, but she doesn't know a word of English. Casimir, however, wants her to teach her English. And so you get some joke. And finally we got the twin-tailed, crazy one. She'd normally think this one would be the straight girl, but Hanako really is not a straight girl. Hanako. And she's basically a stirrer. She sees what's going on between Kasumi and Olivia, and rather than getting in between them, stopping them from having trouble, she escalates things. She makes things worse. And it's that combination of girl who does one thing, girl who does another thing, and a girl who pushes them to go forward and do more things that really makes this show crazy. I mean, by the end of the first episode, we've got their club up and running, and we're sitting in their club room in their swimsuits in a little paddling pool, because why not? It's hot. Let's get in a paddling pool. Do I have a paddling pool? I want a paddling pool. But yeah, Asobi Asobase is quite an odd show, and it's definitely a comedy, but it's an oddball comedy rather than a jokes comedy, and I can respect it for that one. Now, looking at the poster, looking at the promo art, I went into this one thinking it was going to be relatively soft, light, girls having fun with other girls, Yuri bait show. Otherwise known as the type of show which I'll enjoy. But it's really not. It is weird, crazy, and really hard to describe. You really need to watch it to find out. I'm going to give it a few more episodes because this one could go in one of several ways for me. It could get tiring very quickly. You can watch it over at Crunchyroll. I'm seriously debating what I've just watched. Now, when I watched Pop Team Epic a few seasons back, I knew what I'd watched. I mean, I really didn't understand what I'd watched, but I knew what I'd watched. I'd watched some crazy, insane, drug-fettled madness. With Planet With, I don't know whether or not it's that or not. I mean, the plot seems to be a plot. It's not just random memes in a cannon being fired at you rapidly. It's a story about a boy with amnesia, who wakes up one morning, has breakfast with his maid and his teacher, who's a cat who doesn't say anything and has a ginormous mouth. Suddenly thinking I'm watching Azumanga Daioh. I mean, the cat's pretty much straight out of either Azumanga Daioh or Penny Pony Dash. Yeah, Penny Pony Dash is probably one I'm thinking of. It's not Chio-Dan, it's the cat from Penny Pony Dash. I can't remember what it's called. God, maybe? But yeah, it starts off relatively normal, and then you see the maiden cat, and you think, what the? And when I say cat, I'm not on about a cute little fuzzy thing. I'm on about a humanoid person who's a cat. A very alien cat. But yeah, this kid goes to school, relatively normal, meets up with his classmate on the way to school, his student council is a class president, and he doesn't know her name because he's got amnesia, and she's not really told him. Well, she's told him, but he's forgotten. It must have a terrible memory, although having learned her name as Nozomi Takamagahara, to be honest, I can't blame him for getting the name. I mean, I've had to write it down in front of me, Takamagahara. Not only that, I've had to write it phonetically, because you try remembering Takamagahara. I mean, it's even worse than Senjugahara, and Senjugahara is a much better name. Takamagahara. Don't really like the name, but I can understand why he's forgot it. But yeah, while he's at school, an alien invades. I will say UFO invades, and Takamagahara is very quick to tell him that a UFO doesn't necessarily mean aliens. It could mean missiles being fired by North Korea, ready to nuke the entire continent. But turns out this one is actually UFO, which in itself is quite strange because you only think UFO, you think flying saucers or little spaceships. Nope, it's a giant cat. It's a giant cat with hands. Well, it's got lots of different hands trying to do handshakes from its underneath. Yep, try to picture out without seeing the image is hard, so there'll probably be an image up there at some point. And initially the army trying to take it out, and the army get completely destroyed, until finally 7 random heroes show up and start fighting it. And they initially have no real success until one of them managed to infiltrate the back of the cat, gets inside, and seriously gets your brain fucked. He is under the impression that he's speaking to his dead mother. It's a paradise place to be. Everything's good and nice and happy. Until he's told, actually no, this is just a trick. You're inside of it, kill it please. And so he does. And he saves the day. So where's this going? What the fuck does Sawyer, the main character, have to do with any of this? It turns out that which is Sensei and his maid, tell him he's got to go and fight these heroes. Got to kill him. Why? No idea. But he does as he's told, confronts one of the guys, and then chooses a giant robot battle where he gets eaten by the Sensei and fights the other guy, and it makes some sort of sense when I read it like this, when I say it like this, but when watching it, it really made no sense whatsoever. So is it worth watching? Gotta find out. If you like mecha, why not give it a try? If you like crazy crap, why not give it a try? If you want to remain sane, maybe give it a miss. I'll be giving it a few more episodes because of we're already a little bit on the other side of the coin. But you can see it over at Crunchyroll. So I'll preface this episode by telling you that this is probably going to be a bad episode for series reviews. And whilst it's not brilliant, there's been some surprises and some absolutely mind-boggling confusion. Join me next time and look at 4 more new shows, which hopefully will be less confusing than this lot. Bye bye.